Hey, motives. Welcome back to Shades of Tone. So far in this series, we've talked about why one bad day can make you quit everything and how perfection driven pressure leads to burnout. Today, we're talking about disruption, not forcing change, not pushing harder, not becoming more disciplined, but learning how to build momentum that doesn't hurt. Because progress does not require perfection. Progress requires safety. And most people don't fail because they lack discipline. They fail because their nervous system doesn't feel safe enough to stay consistent. So, why discipline fails without safety? We've been taught that consistency comes from willpower, motivation, strict routines, and self control. But neuroscience tells us a different story. Lasting consistency comes from emotional safety, predictability, compassion, and low pressure structure. When the nervous system feels threatened, it shifts into fight, flight, freeze, or avoid. That's why pressure leads to procrastination, shutdown, and quitting. Your nervous system can build habits while it's in survival mode. The lie of perfect consistency. Let's dismantle this myth. Consistency does not mean never missing, never slipping, or never adjusting. Consistency means returning, restarting, and re engaging. Again, returning, restarting, and re engaging. The most consistent people aren't perfect. They're forgiving. They understand. One moment doesn't erase momentum. But all or nothing thinking says one mistake cancels everything. That belief keeps people stuck, not the mistake. Micro progress, the science of small wins. Research on behavior change shows that small, achievable actions build momentum. Micro success increases dopamine, and dopamine reinforces habit loops, which means small wins equal more motivation, and big expectations equal more shutdown. Instead of I'll work out for an hour, try I'll stretch for 2 minutes. Instead of I'll eat perfectly today, try I'll drink more water. Instead of I'll completely change my life, try I'll show up imperfectly. Progress grows from doable actions, not heroic effort. Let's chat about how to interrupt the start stop cycle. Here's the new pattern. The old cycle was motivation means intensity, means mistake, means shame, means quitting. The new cycle is awareness, then small action, then compassion, then re engagement, then momentum. The key difference is self talk. When you mess up, instead of saying, I ruined everything, practice, I paused, not quit. This shifts the nervous system from threat into safety, and safety allows continuation. Let's redefine discipline. So, discipline isn't punishment, it's devotion. It's choosing gentle structure, emotional regulation, and self respect. Real discipline says, I will not abandon myself when I struggle. That is strength. That is consistency. And that changes everything. Let's pause. Ask yourself, where do I expect too much from myself? Where could I soften? What is one tiny habit I could do daily without resistance? Now ask, what would consistency feel like if it was kind? Sustainable momentum is built on simplicity, flexibility, and emotional honesty, not pressure, not perfection, not shame. Your nervous system learns safety through repetition. So let progress be gentle, uneven, and human because messy progress is still progress. If this episode gave you relief, let me remind you, you don't need to restart your life. You just need to stop quitting on yourself. Progress is allowed to be messy. Healing is allowed to be nonlinear. And growth is allowed to be gentle. If you would like the worksheet that accompanies this episode, it's available at tonemotivates.com/blog. In the next episode, we'll talk about integration, how to live in a way that honors consistency without pressure. As always, always love. To respond to a question, make a suggestion for an episode, to be a guest, or give feedback, reach out to us at info@tonemotivates.com. You can also find us on social media at Tone Motivates on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and at Shades of Tone _podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can find us at tonemotivates.com, where all of those links are as well.